Alright, so 2001 International 4900. It wasn't a box truck. I put the box on there. It was actually a single rear semi truck, day cab. And put the box on, put the door on, put windows in it, put some storage underneath it, and there's the fresh water or potable water tank there, and there's a gray water tank back behind this Protect box. It's a 30-gallon gray water and a 65-gallon potable water. And then I took a door from a toy hauler and cut it down and fitted it to the back of this box. And so now there's it's got a ramp door in the back. There's actually a winch, 2,500-pound winch, that opens and closes the back door, which the back door can also be used as a deck. But I haven't made a screen for keeping the bugs out yet. But in this storage box, I built another storage box, and I got a 3,800-watt generator there. And then there's Megan's Blackstone grill and a table. And so that box there is like 50 by 30 by 24 tall. And then this is the first box that I built, and I just had steel. I didn't have any diamond plate aluminum around to build this one out of for extra Protect boxes. So, but this one here, I don't remember if this one's locked or not. Nope, not locked. And so this one's got tools and stuff in it, propane tank. It's got the shore power hookup, along with the, my usable link for hooking up to shore power, in case there's surge or something like that. But right here is the diesel tank for the diesel heater that's in here, and then tools. And then back up there is the lithium iron phosphate batteries for the house batteries, and there's one more down here that I still haven't hooked up. But those are 120 amp hour batteries, and that one down there is a 100 amp hour battery. And then there's a shunt down there and a bunch of fuses, and it's all wired and goes up inside. And then in the cab, oh yeah, Guthrie gave me those. And then in the cab, air ride seat. The only thing that this thing doesn't have, though, is it doesn't have AC. What a bummer, huh? But it's air brakes. It's a 9-speed transmission, Eaton Fuller 9-speed. And then I put a cut walkthrough between the cab and the box. So, and you can walk into the box here, and there's the sink and the tankless water heater, and then there's the door, and we put a bunch of cabinets up, all around, and there's a refrigerator, microwave, there's all the 12-volt switches, and there's the thermostat for the diesel heater, Megan's coffee pot. Just use a camp stove for a stove anyways. And then here's the little dinette area, and that you can put the table down and it does become a little bed. The diesel heater is underneath this side. Whoop. Yes, we have seat belts in here. So down in there, that's the diesel heater. And works pretty good, but I think I would go diesel heater again. I think I would if I went to do it again, I would probably do a propane heater. And then this side, still doing some electrical work. Don't mind that. This side over here is where This is where all of the electrical is hidden. So there's a charger for the house batteries to charge while you're driving, to charge the lithium iron phosphate batteries. And then there's a charger there that's for when you're hooked to shore power, it'll charge the house batteries. And then that's a 4,000 watt inverter. And there's the switch for when you plug into shore power, or you've got it plugged into the generator, or you know, if you turn the inverter on, you know, it'll automatically switch over to whichever thing. So you know, you don't have to switch anything manually. You just, the only thing that has to be done in any kind of manual mode, as far as like switching from power to power, is just turning on the inverter if you're just going to run off the house batteries. But the 12 volt system off of the house batteries, you don't have to do anything, it's already on. And then I put in a little panel right down here. Got a couple of different breakers in there for everything. Got a 30 amp main, and then there's a couple of 20s and a couple of 15s, depending on what they go to, different outlets, or the refrigerator or whatnot. Not that the refrigerator draws a lot of power, but oh, and this is where it shows you what your battery power is and what your amp draw is. You know, currently we're drawing 0.075 amps for, you know, basically just those switches that are on over there. And then there's some lights up in the ceiling. It's not finished. I haven't finished all the trim. There's the exhaust fan for above the shower. And then on all these switches too, these are all relays, because I didn't want to have to mess with fuses. And so, but I got, yeah, here 12 volt, here little USB chargers and that, and there's a couple of other outlets in places. That's the one that goes up to the little microwave up there. Here's the shower. It's full of crap. I didn't put black water in this thing. I just was like, we're just gonna have a porta potty, and if it ever gets dirty or nasty or quits working, I'm gonna throw it in the trash and get a new one. But anyway, nice that you know, I put the tankless water heater in so that we can take showers for as long as we want until we run out of water. But I've still got to build a door for this thing. You know, step back here so you can maybe see some shit. You know, but the front, we haven't finished the front wall because we planned to cut that open and build a bunk above the cab. And so I have not bought all of the aluminum material though that I need for doing that, but that's why that's not finished. And then this is the ladder for getting up to the upstairs, or not the upstairs, but the bunk up above. I haven't built a you know, actual like ladder to leave in here that's mounted permanently, so we've just been using that since I'm not done. And then this is the area where the bikes can go, and so you can fit one full-size quad on this side, and then you can fit like a blaster fits over here just fine, or one of the girls' little quads. You can fit a full-size quad in here, 2 full-size quads, but the one on this side, you have to push the bed up. The bed is in tracks and doesn't lift up. And so you have to push the bed up to the ceiling, and then you can stand one up on end against the wall, and you can fit 2 full-size quads in here if you want. That way, if it's just, you know, a weekend of 2 for 2, you don't have to bring a trailer if you don't want to. And then coming down the ramp, back out here to the front, you know, and there's the bed up there. I was going to build a second bed actually to go in that track, so there's 2 of them, and have them raised to the ceiling, but yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet. Anyway, that's it. That's the old girl. There is an AC unit that I have, but I haven't installed it yet.